Hey YouTube, it's Peacecuber, and today we're going to be solving the very puzzle Clover Cube. So obviously, to get started, you kind of need to mix it up. So just give it your best shot mixing it up, and if it is already mixed up, then you get to watch this really fast motion video. Okay, I'm just gonna pause here for a second because my cube just broke. And maybe you guys have run into this too. I've run into it too. The very first time I did it, it totally exploded on me. It's really simple to put it back together. Obviously, you might put it in the wrong spot and then that could mess everything up. Just make sure to try and do your best at putting in the correct spot, and if you have no idea where anything goes, just take the whole entire thing apart and put it back together. Okay, so when you're done, your cube should look something similar to this. Pretty much, just make sure that every single edge, well, if you want a challenge, just make sure that every single edge is kind of mixed up and everything is in random spots. So now I'm kind of gonna zoom out here a little bit, make some room. Oh wait, that's the wrong way. Okay, so now you can kind of see the cube a little bit better. So our first step in solving this crazy cube is to kind of get it in. It's not going to be a perfect cube, but you kind of want to get it into the cube shape again. So pretty much all you're going to do, and there's no real algorithm for this, all you're going to do is just try and get all of these to be facing the right way, so that it's kind of in a cube shape. Obviously it's not going to be completely in cube shape, and this will make more sense when I get done with this step. So I'm just kind of going through. Obviously some of these pieces are locked, so you kind of have to unlock it just by twisting it all around the place. This is actually on the easy side of things. Obviously it's going to get harder as we go along. And I think we got it. So obviously it's not a perfect square, but all we did was get these right here into the correct spot, so it's kind of like a cube. Not completely, but it is kind of like it. So now our next step is to just pick a side and work on it. I'm picking blue, but really you can pick any side that you want. I'm just gonna change the lighting here a little bit. So I kind of changed the lighting so that when I go in, it's still showing the stuff that I'm doing. So with this, you want to solve these edges first. So obviously this isn't solved, that's not solved, that's not solved, and this isn't solved. So we want to just find a piece that goes into one of these spots, and I see one right here. There's also one right here, one right here. There's one right here. So you can pick any of those. I'm gonna pick the orange and blue one, which goes right here. Pretty simple. All you have to do is rotate it so that this comes right here, and then you can just rotate that, if this makes any sense, so that it matches up right there, and then you rotate that back, and then rotate this back so that it stays in our cube-ish position. And now you have this edge solved. The next one I see is gonna be blue and yellow, which goes right here. Once again, fairly simple. You just rotate, or so actually in this one's locked right here because of this piece. So you're gonna rotate it so that this is unlocked like that. Now rotate and get this piece right here to come over here. Now it's in the correct spot. Rotate this back. Now that's in the right spot. And now fix this by putting that back in the correct spot. Now we're going to look for our next edge. And I see one right here, and I see one right here. So what we're going to do is put blue on the bottom so that we can bring this and rotate that up like that. And then rotate this over. And really we're just going to take this piece so that it comes down right here. So just keep twisting and twisting, and don't worry about putting these back just quite yet. Okay, so now it's in our rightful spot, in its rightful spot. Put the blue back facing you, and now rotate this over, and rotate that, and oh no. Oh my goodness. It didn't match up. So what you're gonna do with this is obviously put that back. Bring it out. Bring this piece right here, the blue and pink one. Bring it out, and now rotate it so it comes over here. So if you're following me, you brought it out here, and then you rotated it over here. From here to here to here. And now you want to get it so that you can now bring this over and rotate here. Obviously that's locked, so we're going to unlock it here just by doing random moves pretty much. And now we bring it back into this spot right here. And now we can rotate that in. Now it does match up. Rotate that back. If you kind of followed there, you saw that we brought it from all the way over here, brought it down here, over here, got it over here, tried to match it up, but found that it couldn't match up, so then we brought it out, rotated it around, and matched it there. And now we have to get all of our pieces back in their correct spots so that it is sort of like a cube again. The reason why we kind of get this into a cube shape, like so, is so that we can just kind of see the cube for what it is. It makes it a lot easier on us as cubers to just kind of see where we are. So now we gotta get the one that goes right here, and it is right here. So we're gonna bring it out into this outer layer, put the blue on the bottom now. Unlock this piece. Now we gotta rotate this so that it gonna come right here. So obviously this is locked. So just kind of follow along here. There's no real algorithm. Once again, we're bringing this piece over to here. Okay, got the piece where we wanted it. Put the blue on top. Yeah, this, you gotta go right here. So, we got this, and we're just gonna rotate it up, like that, and rotate this over there. Now we have all the blue edge pieces solved, or hopefully you do. Obviously, if you didn't follow along, go back and watch it again. So now we're just gonna rotate these back into our cube-ish shape so that we can better examine our cube. Now that we've done that, we are now gonna work on the corners of our Rubik's Cube. So the first one that I'm gonna work on is this pink, yellow, and blue one. So pink, yellow, and blue goes right here. So we gotta bring it out of here and put it all the way over here. So let's bring it out, bring it to the top layer. Now you just gotta rotate it around until it meets up where it needs to be. So now it's right here. Just gonna rotate it up because it needs to go right here. So bring that down, bring it over so that it matches up. It's kind of getting locked here. There we go. Now bring it up. Here we have our first corner done. Now we're gonna work on the next corner. I see a blue, yellow, and red one, and that goes here. So, oh, we forgot a step. You gotta get it back in our cube shape. So, just gonna get this back in our cube shape. Right here, and that's locked. Okay, so now we can work on our blue, red, and yellow piece. That goes over here, so we're just going to rotate it over. Like this, and then now this is locked, so we're going to unlock it. And now it is where we want it to be. So obviously this is now locked, so we got to unlock it somehow. Not too hard, hopefully. Here we go, here we go. Okay, so now this is unlocked. We're going to bring this down. Now rotate this into the correct spot. It doesn't want to twist for me. It's not locked. There we go. And now we have our corner where it is supposed to be. Now we got to get this back in our cube shape. And I know this is very repetitive, and you probably don't need to put it back in a cube shape, but it's a good practice with these shape mods. So our next one is going to be orange, blue, and red. So we're just going to rotate it where it needs to be. And now it goes right here, and we have it right here. Just rotate it down, rotate it over. As you can see here, it's not matching up like we want it to. So just like we did with some edge pieces, you're just going to bring it out, rotate it around, going to play with it until it gets rotated into the right spot. And now, hopefully, we can put that where it's supposed to be. So, there really isn't any real algorithms that I've come up with. Maybe other people on YouTube have come up with some algorithms, but really, with this cube, you just kind of have to play around with it until you get it where you want to be. So there's a little bit of science to this, but not a whole lot. So now, here's the little bit of science. You gotta put it back in a cube shape. I know, that's crazy. You probably never have heard that before. But, yeah, it's a thing. So, now we gotta get our blue, pink, and orange. It's right here. So we're just gonna rotate it out. Obviously that is locked, so we gotta unlock it. Rotate it over. This is now locked, so unlock this. Come on. Here we go. Now I was gonna rotate this down, but it's locked again. So you're gonna unlock it. Like so. And now we can rotate this down and rotate that into the right spot. Rotate it up. And now we've got that in the right spot. Rotate this down. Rotate that over. Rotate this. Get it back into our cube shape. And now we should have the blue face done. Ta-da! So now we're just going to work on these edges right here. And actually, we're only going to do 3 of them. So pick 3 to do and leave the other 3. But before we move on to that, I'm just going to say to, if you're a bit confused, which a lot of people get confused, obviously, when I first did it, I was confused. and I was the one teaching myself, so. Anyway, if you're confused, go ahead, watch the video back again. It's a good practice to have. So, now I'm going to work on 3 of these edges. I don't really choose at the beginning. You can. I just kind of go with it. So, pink and orange. It's the first one I see, and it's right here. So all you have to do is rotate this spot over. Rotate that in. And obviously this is not in the right spot, so we gotta redo all that. Let's see here. We kind of just want to get this out of here. We're rotating it around into the correct spot. It's kind of confusing, actually. Okay. So we've now rotated it. Now we can bring this out again. Bring it over here. And, ooh, that didn't do the job we wanted it to. Okay, hopefully now it will work. Once again, with this cube, you just kind of have to play around with it. There are no real algorithms that I've come up with. And that did not get us where we want it. Okay. I found that sometimes you have to get a corner and bring it into play. That kind of helps. So, for example, I brought this corner over here to kind of help us get through this. So, once again, I'm just kind of playing around with it, try and get it to where it needs to be. That does not do it. So we're going to go like this. That does not do it. Maybe, if we go like, no, that won't work. Man, this is confusing. I'm learning just as much as you guys are, so. Yeah. Kudos to me. Okay. Maybe this will work. This might work. Oh, I think I did it. Yeah. Okay. Once again, you can follow along with that, but it's kind of hard. You just kind of have to play around with it. Once again, I'll say bringing a corner into play is helpful. Just don't mess up the side that you already got solved. Now I see orange and red, which is right here. Hopefully this one's a lot easier. Yeah, that was definitely a lot easier. So just bring it out, put in, bring it back in. Our next one, is already done. Red and yellow. So, now we have our 3 done. Obviously you can go back, watch it again if you're confused. Like I said, there's no real algorithms for this. Just kind of have to play around with it. So now, we have our unsolved edge. Do not solve this one. We're going to start in the back here on this last layer. Start in the back here. We're going to do corner, 2 edges, corner, and then we'll have this right here, this little section right here to do last. So, the corner that is unsolved, go up here, and then kitty corner, ta-da, to right here. So this is the one that we're going to be solving first. So, I kind of see that, and so this tutorial, I'm just kind of showing you my thought process, how I did it, and then hopefully you can learn from that. So I kind of see this corner right here, and it goes right here. And so what I'm going to do is I have to rotate this around into the right spot, because it's not where we want it. So we have to get this out of the way, because obviously if we rotate that, then it's going to mess up our corner. So we kind of just have to rotate that out of the way. Now rotate it back. And now this is wrong, so we want to find our orange piece. It's either going to be that one or that one. It's kind of hard to tell at this stage. So move this out of the way. It's kind of my thought process. And now, I'm going to bring this one over maybe? Yeah. No. Maybe. Oh, no. Yeah, so bring this corner over to here. Oh man, this is not working. What in the world? This should, oh, there we go. So yeah, bring that corner over, and that kind of didn't do the job I wanted. Oh, here we go. Okay, so what I was trying to do is go like that. So now this is kind of, it doesn't really matter what you do there. So I'm just trying to get this, obviously you just kind of play around with it. I'm trying to get this to be right here, and then I can rotate that over. Okay, so I finally got what I was hoping for. Got this orange piece where, sorry if you can't hear me, my dad's blown the leaves away because it's winter. Just kidding. Now, so I got this orange piece where I want it to be. Now we can rotate it over here. And finally, get that right there. So, now, we gotta do one of these edges. Obviously we have this edge right here. It's not correct. And we have, oh, is that it? Yeah, that's it. So this is the one that we want. So we're just gonna kind of twist it over there. And yeah, so bring this out like that. And it did not match up. So this is why, this right here is why we have an unsolved edge right here. It's to flip these pieces around. See, I have now done that right there. Flipped it. Now we bring it back, and that should match up. Once again, you just kind of have to play with it. So now I'm gonna do this edge back here, which is orange and green. So that one's right here. So we gotta rotate this over there. Sorry once again if you cannot hear me very well. My brother is playing his trombone. It's kind of annoying. Anyway, band players. Okay, so we just kind of rotated that over, put that in. Now I'm gonna do this corner right here. It's the orange, green, and oh, it's right here. Okay, so you have to match it up with something. Like a matching game. So I see this kind of pink one over here. Right, if you can see that right here. You're gonna see that. And then obviously that's pink. So we're just kind of rotating. It's not rotating anymore. Rotating. Okay, until that matches up with that right there. Once again, you just gotta have to play with it. I know I keep saying that a lot in this video, but honestly, that's just what you have to do. It's kind of frustrating, actually. I wish I had algorithms, but I'm not that smart. Let's see here. Okay, no. You don't want to hear me sing, I promise. So I just kind of brought that into play because it was getting locked up. That didn't fit in the right spot. We have to flip it around. Oh, wait. Yeah. have to do that. Okay, there we go. And there we go! We did it. Okay, so match that up. Put that into the right spot. So now we're going to do this corner, which is red, green, and yellow. Right here. So we have to match it up with green. There we go. Match it up. Oh, that doesn't work. Yeah, this is why we have to think through things first. Maybe, yeah, I'll just have to do that. Okay, so just kind of twisting around. I matched that up instead, and it didn't work. Okay, maybe I'll match this up. So, brought this over here. It's gonna work. Oh, it didn't work, sadly. Okay, so what I've kind of been doing is I mixed up this. I also put these two edges into play, kind of played around with it, then put these two back. Took a while, and now I'm just kind of playing around. I got these two edges to do, so hopefully I'll be able to do that. So let's see. I'm trying to remember how I did it the first time I solved this thing. It was a long time back. Just kidding. It's only like a few days, so. But yeah, I'm just kind of twisting it, playing it with it. Whoa, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Okay, there we go. What was my thought process? Oh yes. So you can kind of see what I'm doing. Maybe just, really all I'm thinking about is getting this yellow piece where it's supposed to be, like right here. And then I think if I get that in the right spot, I can do the rest. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm headed. Okay, so I kind of have it I have it at this point. Really all I did was, once again, just kind of played around with it, and I solved it, and so I went back to where it was, and now I'm gonna just show you guys how I did it. So I saw that this was matched up. I saw that if you put that over there, put that in the right spot, and I also saw that this was matched up. So then I was going to bring it over there to match it up with that, and that matched everything up. So it's kind of like chess, step by step looking ahead. So honestly, that tutorial wasn't that great. I thought it would be amazing, but for this cube, all I will say is for a cube like this, where it's kind of it's new release, well, it's not as new as it used to be, but not a lot of people have done a lot of experimenting with it. There's not a lot of algorithms for it, so this is probably the best you're gonna get for the next like 3 years or something like that. So really, all I did was, we can go back through the steps, solve the blue side, did edges and then corners, and then we solved 3 of these, and that seemed to work to get 3 of those done. And we kind of worked our way from here and did all of that. And then we had this here. But it ended up having to be that it's this section right here. So you do this corner, work your way around here, and leave that unsolved and all of this unsolved. So that's what you do, and then you just play around with it. Sometimes you do have to include this. There is a parody in this cube, which I can try and look some stuff up for it and maybe make a video for that. So maybe be looking for that, definitely. So you're gonna want to subscribe. Leave a comment down below if maybe you've figured out an algorithm. If you figure out one, make sure to leave a comment. And with that, have a great holiday season. And it's almost the new year, so 2019. Hoping to make some more videos. See you then.